You will prepare a profile. So you need to do some brainstorming about the business person. Who is that person? Like, who is the best businessman or businesswoman? And these are the categories you need to think about. So give the specific things, like which skills business person needs to have to be successful, which knowledge, which competences. Competences and skills are a little bit different. Which profile? So how the person, like education profile, background, attitude. So the behavior, character. The attitude towards others and the actions that person is taking. Personality, so what are the personality character of that person, if it's important. Maybe it doesn't important, the personality, it's your decision. And appearance, so how the business person should look like. It should look like sport or elegant, or doesn't matter, maybe for you doesn't matter, maybe in general doesn't matter if businessman, how the appearance is. So you decide, you will make, using these papers, the profile, in which way you want. You can use these colorful farbs and your fingers and have fun. And we will meet at 11. So you have around 50 minutes to finish. How you work? You work in groups. We need to have international groups and how to divide them. Maybe some nice language to learn. For 5 groups. In German we were counting. In Polish? You know Polish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, Filip, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so first, our business person should have skills like good communication skills, has good time management, handling stressful situations, having things under control, problem solving, management skills, and networking skills. So, yes. Next.
What is also important is knowledge about current market and money, which is very important for someone who works in a business. The knowledge of multiple languages, because it obviously eases it's easiest work with people who don't know your native language. Then a good understanding of body language, because it's really important, especially in business, to represent yourself with your body and to make your products sell.
Also, the good businessman or entrepreneur should be purposeful, hardworking, responsible, because he is controlling a lot of money or some business, some brand. Open-minded, because you have to create something new, something which is not currently on the market, and also wise, which is connected to everything probably.
So the attitude which entrepreneurs should possess is being pervasive, fearless, has a vision, and is ambitious to achieve new goals and also learn new skills along the way.
In the profile of the businessman, he should be trustworthy, so the people that work with him can trust to him. He has to make a good impression, because like the first impression is the last. And he has to be good looking, polite, and most important, empathic.
In in our opinion, the education isn't that important in business, but it is really good when you know something about business and how to work with money, and you should always learn how to do business better and when you want to be successful on the market.
And last but definitely not least, our competences. It's really important to know and to be able to know how to sell things, because that's what business is about. Strategic thinking, to know how things work, to know how it should be done. Then adaptability, because as a business person you have to adapt to situations most of the times. And financial management skills, those are also really important, because most of the times you work with money and with people under you, or as an employee or employer. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have some questions? No? Okay.
This is our perfect business person. This is how it looks like.
No socks?
No socks, why would the socks? Little. It's to be lighter. So
Okay.
yeah, he's faster than. So attitude. Firstly, he definitely needs to be creative, open for new experiences, because he needs to make new ideas, new business marketing strategies and stuff. Then probably communicative, because that's what it's all about. If you don't communicate, you have no idea what's happening in your business. Active and energetic, so that's probably the definition of him. Not in the day, yeah.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you have like a passive boss that doesn't talk, doesn't do anything. It's pretty depressive in the work area. So yeah. The skills.
Okay, the second one are skills. Yeah, you should have like the ability of working in a pressure, and you have to be like full of ideas, because you can influence other people, and that's very fun because you can share your ideas and your visions with them, so that's very fun. And the other one are like the confidence, teamwork, and some knowledges in the technologies and leadership, because that's what I said, that you can good influence on other people. So you can work together and you can make like big things. So yeah.
So what's more into the knowledge? Probably some financial knowledge, because I don't know, if you don't know how money works, how some basics of that work, you're probably not gonna make any money. IT knowledge, because everything nowadays is on the internet, using some softwares and stuff. So that's definitely one of them. And languages. If you don't know, for example, the native language of the country where is your business, or some like international languages, you can make international shops, let's say. Definitely some languages that we work there are English, because it's like a world language. German, because it's close to us and it's one of the like biggest, not biggest, but most business-like country here. Spanish, because it's, I think, the second most spoken one, and Chinese, because everything is now made in China and produced in China. So yeah.
The other one are competences. It means like you might have the knowledge knowledges of market you are in and the experiences in the market. So if you work in some market before and you are in the new one, so that's fine, you have experiences from the last one. And the other one is like the know how to adapt, because you can work with other people and you can know like their behavior, and you can know how to organize.
And the other is education. As you said, it's not that much necessary, like have college or that stuff, but it can be also some economy studies, IT basic knowledge, or marketing.
Yeah, and what's more, like the appearance stuff, you don't need to be extremely like all or overly formal and always dressed up. You can be a normal man dressed like him, but if you know what you're selling and know how to sell it, it's gonna sell. So yeah, it doesn't play that big of a role, but it can do some stuff.
But the most important is like the appearance with motivation, cultivation, and with confidence.
Yeah, knowing how to stand probably.
Yeah.
As he is. You can see how confident he is. Knowing that he is the best.
And you can see his big visions and big ambitions. And the last one is his profile. So his hobbies are traveling, reading, spending time with friends, maybe.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wants to learn new skills and wants to have new experiences. So that's why he is perfect for this situation.
Thank you. Can you turn around also?
You can
Perfect
see how
business.
muscular he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So, we want to present you our successful businessman and tell you something about what we think is important in business. We were talking about some clothes, and it's not really important to always wear some nice suits or anything, but it's important to look nice, clean, and tidy up. So, formal clothes is the way for us.
Also look representative and always look clean. So that's also really important, and also the body language and good posture and the way of you communicate with your employees maybe, and also people with.
But it's not about look, it's about the skills and stuff. Important skills for us is social, finances, communication, and critical thinking. Also pretty important is innovation, creativity, and leadership and team building. Because if you can't lead your team, it will fail.
Well, education is not that important, but it also helps when you have some bigger perspective about business and economics, but it's not that necessary.
So some important knowledge, you have to be sure about what you want to do, but and you should be clear about your goals. And you need to know market strategy and your local market, because that's what it all depends on. And you have to know how to treat your customers and control their behavior.
Also profile is always more careful about sharing, because traveling is when you have a really
drama is obvious because, like, if you will be a drama queen, no one will want to work with you or something. Careful about sharing is really important too, because if you will say something really like close information that no one should know, they will, like, your enemies will play with this, and it will be bad for you.
It's also pretty important to take risks, because it can lead you down, but it can also lead you really into something. But you have to be clear-minded and get like jump into everything. And you have to manage your skills, because if you have skills and don't deal with them, it's useless.
We didn't discover with skills, because we think that skills are important, and the skills we chose are communication, leadership, or team management, if you need to, and some people, and IT skills.
Okay, and attitudes, employees, and other people, and also take risks. Knowledge, we think that he should know like many languages because it's easier to communicate. Economics for obvious reasons. You don't want your company to fail straight away. The law, because for example, when something happens or you have new employees and they say something about it, you should at least know a little bit like of the law about employment and stuff. Psychology, when you like know that the person is, for example, comfortable, you should at least know some signs of it, and it's really important and can help you also with your business partners. Marketing, that you should like have really good marketing to make your product actually popular. Finances is same as economics, like how much money you should put into like wages and stuff. And the competition, it's really important to know the competition. If it's actually important to open the new business, if a really similar business isn't like really close to yours.
So some competences that they should have is to care about his employees and provide them with their basic needs, and and create a good environment for them if he's a boss, or just care about people around him. About personality is that we think he should be humble and not just go around and boast about everything, but he should be aware of their accomplishments. We also think that they should be communicative, or like extroverted, maybe realist, and I think it's important that they should be decisive. Well, about education, we don't really think that for business and maybe selling products is that important, but if they decided to have an education, it should maybe be higher education and maybe business major, or business degree.
Appearance, that you should like dress smart and formal. Usually, you don't have to all the time, but like when you come to work, so at least they know that you're on a high position. Mostly, sense of fashion. I don't think that you should wear like really patterny and like neon clothing to like work when you're kind of important businessman there. Charismatic. I feel like that can help with business. And dominant in a way that when you have like some business partner and you're communicating about some deal that you're going to make, you should be at least like to people know that you're on a higher position also in this work, and it might be much more easier for like to you have a little bit more control about this your firmness stuff.
Okay, and you should have a life or balance, have a lifestyle, and be happy. That's it.
Thank you.
So, this is our ideal business person. As you can see, he has a big question mark on his face, and do you know why?
Because he doesn't know how it looks.
Yeah, because every one of us can be a great business person. Every one of us, but advisor is a bit higher. Special. So, what does make such a great business person? As you can see, the education, we have written School of Life and Basic Education. Because every one of us has the basic education, but the School of Life, I think, is the most important, because in life you learn how to deal with people, how to deal with situations, yes. Ivan can say a lot about that, I think. He has basically lived his full life at the age he was 18. So, profile. He should travel a lot to get to know the different cultures and people of the world, so you can work with anybody. He should have a healthy diet, because healthy diet makes a person stronger and and healthier in general. Sport. He should do at least one sport, because when you do sport, your body produces a lot of hormones, so you can think better and you look better. Yes, work a lot, connections with people, influential people. Yeah, so you can see why. Competencies. He should have communication skills, so he should know how to communicate. Leadership skills, that's probably obvious, and financial management, which is very, very important, because if you lose all your money somewhere, so that wouldn't be great. You can name.
Okay. The businessman should be for sure responsible, of course, creative, talkative, sociable, open-minded, because all of and of course smart. The business person should has skills like knows how to work with people, communicate with people,
He should be creative
know multiple languages. So when he wants his business to extend to other countries, he can talk with them. He should know how to work with money and how to take care of themselves and their health. And dress appropriately, but it doesn't matter on casual meetings, and take care of themselves.
Yeah, so these those are ideal business person, so I can see the potential in every one of us, because every one of us has a big question mark on faces. So in the end, if you are dedicated and passionate about the things you love and your ideas that can happen in real life, you can be the ideal business person. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. You are so on time today. It's just 11:30, so it means we have a coffee break. But before you go, I want to thank you for your good work and beautiful profiles. And we will next time at 12, meet at 12. And I changed a little bit the plan to be more interesting. So after 12, you will be in my shoes, in my role, and you will design a small, short workshop for the rest of the group to improve some of the competences that you mentioned. Okay? So we meet at 12 here. Thank you.
Ale vážně dneska to něco takové rozpočet, keď sa
this is the list of skills, competences and attitudes from your posters that usually were almost repeated. So I believe they are the most important for you. So we have emotional intelligence, critical thinking, communication, creativity, responsibility, finance management, leadership, team management, team working. You just need to remember this is different. Active participation, energy, adaptation easily, empathy, and problem solving. So these are the main, let's say, the most important for you according to the posters. And now you will have time until the lunch to prepare a workshop.
First term we decided to talk about is Lira. It is a chocolate company. It is based in Nitra, and it's a really popular chocolate because you have it everywhere in Slovakia. You can buy it everywhere, and it has an expensive taste. They have a lot of toppings, and I don't know, you can give this chocolate to anyone. It's like a present, so it looks good, it tastes good, and I think they are successful because they do it good and because of their quality. So,
Have you brought it maybe to?
I was thinking about it, but we forgot.
Yeah, but we were actually thinking about it that we should bring it, but
we have some other stuff from Slovakia.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
maybe if they use also qualified cacao.
Yeah, they have a lot of certifications about their cacaos and those
They get it from like
everything.
South
Yes, mainly
America.
from
Colombia, I think.
It's expensive.
A little, yes.
The expensive side.
It's like 10 euros, 8 euros.
What? For one bar, chocolate bar?
No, not так even cheap.
Like a bigger
You have this small, even like
You
this
have
big.
these gift packages that are more expensive naturally, but
You have a lot of like strawberries,
There's like strawberries and raspberries on it.
like dried fruit and like nuts. Like you can, they have it.
And it's like dried fruit by like freezing. So
but you can buy cheaper at the factory shop that is based in their like main facility that is in Ivanka pri Nitre, like it's this part of Nitra. So there are much better prices than you would buy at some local shops.
Yeah, but you can also buy it on gas stations,
Yeah,
a lot
everywhere,
of
yeah.
shops everywhere. Okay, and
They have it
you
nicely
maybe
packaged.
know, yeah, it is very nicely packaged, and you have the
It's like
packages.
eco-friendly.
Yeah, and eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know maybe if they have implemented any innovations, like something different than regular chocolate company?
Oh, well, I don't think so, but
But the
it's
package
like
is out of paper, so I think
Yeah.
that it is
and
more
it is
more
like the
different than-
first like handmade chocolate factory in Slovakia, not only in Nitra, because we have like Figaro and maybe Sedita. Like they are these big factories that use industrial machines to make those, but here in Lira they mostly use hands, but for the difficult parts they use machines. Yeah.
And they've got like some new types of machines for the roasting the beans and stuff, so they
Okay,
can
so they
produce
do
much
also
more.
that. They are
Yeah.
roasting the
Yeah,
beans
yeah.
and they make everything from beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just import them from South
This
America.
is great.
And they expanded their product line. They have hot chocolate, spreads, chocolate. They have also ice cream. So that's the innovation they brought last
Until
year.
now, double cell that you don't have.
Yeah.
A nie będziecie do Nitry
Tam
przyjechać?
si vedeli,
But it's a shoe company which started in year 1894, and it was created in Zlín by Baťa's family. And we think it's successful because those shoes are really high quality, and Baťa really respected his employees. He built Baťa houses where there was a flushing toilet like first in the country, and he created schools for his employees, so they were on really high level. And we think that's the reason why it was so successful, and it's also really around the world. And what surprised us is in
Yeah, one of the most interesting places are India, Brazil, Pakistan, Chile, or USA.
So they still produce shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have shoes from Bata?
yes.
Yeah, it's very high quality. And maybe it's popular because of the design, maybe.
And it's mostly from leather, so it's really quality, and it lasts months.
And for our unsuccessful company, we decided for Bohemia Energy, and it's a company that was founded in 2006 in Czech Republic and expanded to Slovakia. And they were focused for providing electricity and gas in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. And first of all, they were successful because their strategy was good but risky, because they were buying the gas on the spot market and then selling it for fixed prices. So it was good for clients and they liked it. But in 2011, they had problems with that because the prices started to go higher and they still had to sell it for the fixed prices. So in the year the problems began, and in 2021 they bankrupted, so they had to sell their assets to their creditors.
Sad stuff.
Thank you.
Almost all the customers were people who were either living close nearby or people from the school coming there after their lessons. This place had high prices, and it was, let's say, just overall untasty. So that's why, and because of COVID, actually, it fell apart because no one was visiting it.
Okay.
It's all good.